I'm on a mission to impress my in-laws by building them an awesome backyard deck. But the other day while on a walk with my wife, fantasizing what it would be like to live in one of those fancy on-the-water mansions, I discovered something. All the nicest decks out there have one thing in common. No screws. Like, where the heck are the screws? I don't see any screws. So I decided to do what any sane person would do, and I Googled, how do you build a deck without using any screws? And as it turns out, there's actually a thing called hidden screws, and it's a lot simpler than I originally thought. So let's get to the build plan. Step 1, we need to use about 600 feet of deck joist tape to cover all the deck joists because the internet told me they're gonna rot out if I don't do it. Step 2, we gotta figure out how to install over 80 deck boards using these fancy hidden screws. And step 3, to make it up to Pops from last week's video, if you know, you know, we're gonna actually throw him a Mountain Dew and Jort's party and celebrate the completion of this deck. And along the way, I'm gonna be ranking these screws in 3 different categories that matter the most to me. The first one being DIY to pro, how easy are they to use? The second one, budget to luxury, are they actually worth the cost? And then basic to bougie, are they worth the hype? And lastly, I found a review that said that these screws don't have a tip on them. So we're gonna have to find out whether that's true or not. Let's get started.
Wait, so we're going on every one of these? I thought we were doing these bigger beams.
That's every single board.
Like every...
Oh, we're all out of tape, and that was so much harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's the heat.
You want to go get an icy?
Is that a question? Let's go. What are you waiting for? My back don't hurt no more. Oh. Yeah. Thank you. You ready to pop some bands?
You know it. These things always freak me out.
Why is it gonna get you?
Ah! Would it hurt? You think it would hurt if it hit you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I have a feeling it wouldn't be as bad as you think it is.
I'm like, try it.
It didn't hit me. How did it not hit me?
I don't know.
So we've got 106 boards here. So we are not going to skimp on quality.
Is that more than what we need?
We're going to get the best boards off of here.
Okay.
Check out what has arrived in the mail. We have the Camo, which I guess is fitting because they're supposed to be hidden, right? Is that the whole thing? They're camouflage?
That's smart. I just caught that.
Yeah, it's gonna go marketing. Well, let's take a look inside. There was a 1-star review online that said that these screws are not pointed. And I can confirm, upon opening the box, these screws are not pointed.
What is that?
I also got like the $60 tool that is required to install these.
Oh.
That plays into our category 2 of, are these budget friendly or not?
Right. Questionable.
Docking points.
Docking points. Disc. I'm curious what this thing is.
I didn't read the instructions.
That might be a good idea.
No. I mean, you just do that, and then you just put a screw in. Like, that's really all it is.
Oh.
Pressure here. How do you know when it's in all the way?
Should it go?
I would think maybe it hits this, I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, that.
But it surely goes all the way to here, right?
I don't
It's not
know.
just a click. Read the instructions. It's a lot of words. When the shoulder of the drill bit reaches the screw guide, you finished. That's what I thought. I did move it off my line slightly, so we need to account for that. Have faith, Dylan. Have faith. That was much better that time. We're on a roll now. I need 2 of these. That's 120 bucks though. And you need a molly. Mollies are very expensive.
Yeah, they are. They get paid in Chick-fil-A's,
Ices.
Icy's, Chicken Salad Chick, and Goodwill runs.
And baby clothes. Don't forget the baby clothes.
Yeah. Let me just throw in a Target trip while we're at it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Need to get my hands out here. Did it close?
No. No. I don't know how far I need to go.
Till the end of the bed, okay.
Push. And push. That might be the solidest, most solid deck I've ever been on.
Don't warm a man's heart now.
I
Don't be
mean,
messing with it.
this is nice.
Nice?
Nice.
Bougie, perhaps? Or just nice? We're getting there?
We're getting to bougie.
It's the end of day 1. I'm pooped.
I'm pooped.
I'm not in a position to give any rankings. It wouldn't be fair. I'm hangry. I'm all the
Sweaty
things.
and
So we're gonna call it a day. It's another day here on the deck project. Now, I have had some time to think over my rating for DIY to pro. I've also had a good night's rest and half a cup of coffee, so I think I'm prepared to actually give a solid, real rating. I have confidently landed here on a C+. I know, it's kind of a harsh score, but hear me out. When you're talking about DIY to pro, you want to make things accessible, and while it is easy to install, you have to have a proprietary tool that costs extra and doesn't come with the set of screws, and you have to use a very specific set of screws. So I docked an entire 2 letter scores, which actually, now that I'm thinking about that, that's kind of harsh. A little later in the video, we'll come back to the budget to luxury category, but for now, we gotta finish off this side of the deck and get everything lined up nice and perfectly straight. Of all the fancy tools I have, don't have anything, at least with me, that I can make this cut with here. So we're whipping out the old-fashioned handsaw. It's not the straightest cut in the world, but she'll do. Hot dog! Look how straight that thing is. That is looking nice. Unfortunately, I ran out of joist tape, so I'm always gonna run and grab us some joist tape, which is pretty far away, so it's gonna take a while. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on working on the other half of the deck, though, that does have joist tape. It has officially happened, folks. We have emptied an entire box of 700 screws on this deck, which I think is a perfect time to switch over and rank this whole system on its cost effectiveness. So we're gonna go to the, is it budget friendly or is it just a luxury? All right, look folks, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this at all. I did the math. It's basically twice the cost to use these screws as using nails or screws, which puts me in another tough spot because comparatively speaking, these things are very expensive. But when you think overall project cost, $100 difference isn't that much on a project this big. In fact, I spent well over $100, I think at this point, on Joist tape. I know this is going to be a controversial take, but I'm going to give them a B+ on their cost. That seems generous, considering they're double the price. But based on places that I want to spend money on this project, I feel like it's a decent investment. I'll just leave it at that. I guess we just have to crack open another box and get back to work. And all was going well until I entered the path of the sun, and I could only think about one thing. I know you're already thinking it was going to be an icy. But you know what? I need to cut back on the ice a little bit, I will admit. So I got a smoothie instead. It's not as good as an icy though. It's good, but it's not as good as an icy. I don't know what I did. Really don't know. I did my maths. I did them twice. Did them 3 times.
What say? Did you check it 3 times? Now what?
Maths didn't math there. There's no overhang. I don't know what happened there, but I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to cut all those back off, and you cut through all that butyl tape that Molly got put on there. It's just gonna
I literally just did that.
It's gonna be fun. I'm so excited. But I've also discovered that we've run out of good deck boards. I'm not gonna end it there. I've got a better plan. Let's head to Walmart, Molly. Pops was actually standing outside because he showed up early, so we were scrambling to get this done as quickly as possible. I should have tried to look first. They're so tight. I was going to blow out of them. Got to complete the look with the Proven Hands scalp belt. If you haven't heard, Proven Hands is our small family-run business, and it's our mission to help preserve the trades through creating American-made products, and we sell them on our website at provenhands.com. I can't thank you guys enough for the over 150 5-star reviews, and while we're always trying to improve, ones like this from Rob really help keep us going and know that we're on the right track. Hi there, Pops. You ready for our Jort Mountain Dew party?
So what are you from behind? Just a look.
I promise you a Jort and a Mountain Dew party, Pops.
Wow.
Look, you showed up in your jorts. I didn't even have to ask.
Oh my gosh.
Let's crack one open.
Both of you got it.
Yep.
She's not really doing them right. They're not quite, that's not supposed to be
That's
quite
all I could find.
That's pretty solid right
That's
there.
the right way to go. That's some really white legs though right there. You need to wear those a little more often.
Where is this? Lowe's?
Oh my Lord. Hey. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now that I got my bougie attire on, there's no better time to rank these hidden deck screws from basic to bougie. I am going to be very generous and I'm going to give it a solid A on the bougie factor. I mean, look at it. It looks dang good.
And with an average score across the board of a B and a whole lot of fun this week, I'm calling these hidden screws a win. But before you go, if you're looking for more, YouTube thinks you would like this video, so check it out.